This video is made for adult collectors because this thing wasn't exclusive to a convention that I went to and I'm still tired from pain. Now that title, let's just talk about that now. I saw a lot of people calling this Mommy Megatron, and like, I get it, but I'm not doing that for the whole video. I just thought it was funny to put in the title. That's literally it. It's Megatron that's female. It's a neat concept and it looks really cool. This is the TFCON 2023 ages 3 and up exclusive, not sponsored by either of those parties, by the way. And it was the first thing I got from the convention. Like, I made a beeline with my friends to the age 3 and up table to grab it because I didn't want to lose it. And it is up for pre-order on their website right now, but it's literally just the stock that was left over from the convention, because that always happens. So you can go get that if you still want it, because it's very good. The way they changed the design enough to be stylized but still have many aspects of the original Armada Megatron is great. Like, the feet look like Armada Meg's feet, just slimmed down. The tread shoulders but moved down slightly. The chest detail with that little purple bit in the middle. It even has hip mounted cannons just like the original if you want to. I love that option. There's a hair on my microphone. There's a lot of nice sculpted detail on it, but there isn't a lot of it. That makes no sense, but hear me out. Sometimes the over-greebly details aren't needed, and here they aren't. So there's just the right amount of detail. Like, there's a lot to look at, and it's not boring to look at, but there's not too much. It doesn't look like a movie toy. It looks like it belongs where it needs to be, which is really nice. The color separation is great too. I love the choice of green. It's not exact to the original, but it's very, very close. The cannon is cool, but it does like to fall off. It's not the strongest peg on my copy, like a little tap and it does just separate. I could just thicken the peg, and that's probably what I'm going to do. I just haven't done that yet. She is also a bit back heavy. The large treads on the back and the lack of prominent heels makes it hard for her to stand, as well as how much movement her feet have for articulation and transformation purposes. Her fingers would also like to just explode when I first got it. Not explode in the sense of Commander of Stars rip themselves to pieces. I still hate that thing. But like, the panels that hold the fingers on weren't glued, so if you move the fingers at a certain angle, the panel would pop off and the fingers would just fall out because the panel's holding them in place, and I would cry. But I just glued the panel in and we're all good. But those are really my only issues with it. The joints feel nice and solid, and the plastic. The plastic feels so nice. It's rounded and not sharp like normal third-party plastic. It feels like official stuff. It's dense. It doesn't feel like I'm going to break it. This has taken a tumble off the desk, and it's been fine. Granted, the neck is now a little loose, which I need to fix, but it's still, like, I don't know if you can hear it. That's me shaking the figure's treads. The best thing about this, though, is the posing. I don't know if anybody remembers my Masterpiece Nightbird video. You can check that out, by the way, if you want. I'll hopefully remember to link it below. But I did photo mode in Cyberpunk and replicated those poses using the figure because I absolutely adore Cyberpunk. So I did it again with this Megatron. Have a look. So, as you saw, the articulation is plentiful. I need to cough. I'm okay. The articulation is quite plentiful. I'm going to remove the cannon because it's just going to fall off. But cannons can swivel and spin that way. Yay. Alright, figure. I can't see my own viewfinder. There we go. Head is on a ball joint. And at the base of the neck, there is a shifter thing, so she can look all the way down like that. And it looks weird from this angle. She can look up that far. The horns do get in the way of these, but fortunately they can move. That's as far up as she can look. These move forward and back, spin around. These can go up if you want to give her like really tall Megatron shoulder pads, but it's not the most stable thing in the world. Shoulders, they're stand up. There are several joints in here. There's like one there at the back, and then in the shoulder. So the articulation on that is, it can go out that far, but as you saw, it does bump into the new ears. You do have shifting down and shifting up. God, it's stiff. You do a butterfly joint, and the shoulders can rotate. Although they do the Combiner Wars thing where they rotate at a slightly odd angle. You got 90 degrees of bend at the elbow and a bicep rotation. I really wish she had more than 90 degrees. You can open the forearm up and then bend this more if you want to, but then on this side it looks weird. It's something you can do, but I do wish it was a double jointed elbow. That would have been nice. Wrists are on ball joints and a hinge. The thumb has a hinge at the base and a hinge at the middle, and all the fingers are human hand articulated. So yeah. The torso has a ball joint at the base, can swivel, and then can crunch forward that far and back that far. The hips do the Age of Extinction Galvatron thing, which I'm trying to push the heels down. Nope. There we go. Which, oh, see, tiny feet. Tiny feet are an issue. The hips do the Age of Extinction Galvatron thing, which I'm not a big fan of. They rotate at an angle. However, you can rotate them at an angle, and then you have a thigh rotation here, and an above the knee swivel. So if you need to get the leg close to the body and up like this, you can still bend the knee regularly, which is nice. I like how they compensated for that, the fact that the hips are on such a weird angle. But yeah, she can go out about that far. You know, standard leg, thigh swivel, knee bends way more than 90 degrees. Way more than 90 degrees. This moves at the middle. You have ankle tilt. The toe can bend up and down, ankle swivel, and then the whole ankle can move. However, this is the reason why she keeps falling over. Because of how tight it is, sometimes it's hard to get the ankles and the feet to like line up. So yeah, that's female Megatron. She's really cool. It poses like a dream. Now let's transform her. Now the transformation is simple, but there are some bits that are my dog. To start with, you're gonna like fold the fists up and all that. That's fine. Compress the arms. Like getting a lot of the stuff ready to go is super easy to do. Just peg that all in together. The torso is the annoying part. It's not like horrible annoying. It's like, I'd say this guy levels of annoying, where trying to line everything up can be a bit of a challenge, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So to start with, you're gonna take these and just get them out of the way. Open the chest up, open the chest up. Then you want to bend the shoulders in, bring these out, and bring this back. Now the shoulders are going to just move out of the way. You want to rotate these till they're on this side, like that. Pull this down, and then peg it together. Now, move the head down and out of the way. That allows you to get the shoulders up at this rotational joint here. You're gonna wanna peg this into there, like this. Hey, there we go. And there we go. And then you can fold the head back down. Well, you wanna rotate it first, then fold the head back down. And then the ears, they fold in. Now the ears were separate, they're packed separately on this figure. Love that, because then that means it's not gonna break. That looks funny. That looks really funny. Anyways, you bring this over, sort of just peg it all in, and it will peg into the arms as well. And there you have tank mode. That's it, we're done. We're done, that's tank mode. And here comes the next annoying part, is tabbing the tank barrels into the tank. So you take the barrels, you fold this out,
You rotate them around like that, and that's the orientation of this. So this pegs into her butt, and then these two tabs peg into the legs. And just getting everything sort of lined up properly can be a bit of a chore. Give it a good squeeze. There you go. Just close these sections back up. Tank mode.
Tank mode is really swish. Front doesn't tab in super well on mine, and that's kind of annoying, but it's a nice looking pseudo H-tank shape with the double turrets, which is a carryover from Tarn, because this mold was originally female Tarn. The treads, man, the treads are superb. Look at this. They spin so freely because they are hard plastic segments. They're like Lego treads, but I don't know how they did it. Lego treads don't even spin as smoothly as these. This is so satisfying to move around, especially on a softer surface where the treads can actually get some grip. It's so cool. And the turret rotates left and right and kind of sort of goes up and down. It's a bit stiff, and also I forgot to lock the waist in on this transformation, so the turret's not moving correctly, but you lock the waist in and then you get up and down in rotation without the torso moving any more than it needs to. But yes, this thing is awesome, and I urge you to get one. It's posable, it's solid, it's simple, it looks great, it functions well, and it's just a nice thing to have. Again, not sponsored by Aegis 3 and Up, but I'll link them below if you want to get it, because there's a few left, at least at the time of me writing this. It's 160 Canadian, which I think is like 130 US or something like that, which I think is a very good price for something like this, especially something as solid as this. There's die cast in the legs, so she stands and she's like stable enough. They fixed the loose leg sway issue that was on some versions of Eris Culture, the Tarn that this is a retool of. You can glue the fingers on, like that's weird, but you know, whatever. It's just such a nice and fun figure, and I am so happy to have it, and I don't think I'll be getting rid of this, like, ever. But that's my look at Ocular Max's Eris something or other, the name I forget, but female Megatron. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.